Welcome back to class. Today we're going to be talking about a very interesting subject, a term called hagmaxxing. I noticed a lot of y'all had questions from my Okurin video. So without further ado, let's get into the class. The very first thing Natsuo has to learn about older women is that they can tend to treat you like a little brother, bro. No matter what the age gap is, it could be a few years, a few months, or even a few days, even a few hours. If they find out that they're older than you, they're gonna treat you like a little brother. Now, they do this for one of two reasons. One, you're not mature enough to where they can see you as anything but a little brother, or they're doing it to hide their true feelings for you. In Natsuo's case, it was both. Not only was Natsuo a little bit too childish for her, he didn't know how to take her emotions. Older women like to feel secure in themselves because they've been around the block a few times. So when Natsuo displayed these characteristics, it really got to his teacher Hina. It's kind of like a defense mechanism, almost as if to protect him and herself from the feelings that they are trying to harbor. There are a few ways you can break through this. One, you can act more mature. Older women love men that act mature. I mean, all women do, but especially older women. And not only that, Natsuo can start defending himself, speaking up for himself like he did on the balcony. It's kind of funny how he says he's not a child as he says it in the most childish way possible. But that's okay. Another thing you need to know with older women, they are very forward. Not even gonna lie. It's a little bit weird how forward they are with younger men, especially men that they find very attractive both in personality and in looks. I can't tell y'all the amount of times I was groomed. Yes, groomed. In episode 3 of Domestic Girlfriends, Natsuo walked into her room because they're step siblings. If you want more context, watch the show for yourself. And he put his mouth on her mouth. Sharing saliva is what he did. Now, Hina was not expecting this at all, but she was really feeling it at the moment. She wanted it, but at the same time, she didn't think he was ready for it, so she pushed him off. And then she pulled him back because she knew that she really wanted that. It slid with Hina because, one, she's older and she feels like she's the adult in this situation, which actually, let's look this up, please. Oh. Okay. So she actually liked it. But here's the thing. She didn't believe that he was actually ready for this. So what she did, she began to act upon her primal urges, is what I'm gonna say. Now, in Natsuo's eyes, he's very afraid because he doesn't know what's going on. But, Natsuo, what you don't understand is, she's putting you through a test. Women in general put dudes through tests. Almost every single time they put you through a test is some foolishness. But older women have to do this a lot more than younger women do. Now, older women do it for one reason and one reason alone. They're old as hell. That's all I'm gonna say. They're just old. There's no other reason. They're old. So they want to see if the man that they're trying to be with can actually handle them. There's actually a very simple equation I broke down. Let me write it down for y'all real quick. So woman logic, aka woman behavior, is equal to emotions plus feelings squared by irrationality. It directly explains and can be solved to equal why Hina did what she did to Natsuo. Now, he is a student, yes, that is very irrational. That's why it's squared by irrationality. But her emotions, what he made her feel at that moment, and her feelings towards him in general was to the square root of irrationality, which is why she did the behavior she did. This was a test to see what his reaction was. Now, personally, if he actually was about that life, he would have smiled. If he had smiled right there and said, wow, you're so forward or something like that, I guarantee you, bro, all that drama that happens later on would have been solved if he just did that, bro. No joke, not even gonna lie. There are a few more examples I want to give, just so y'all understand how older women tend to test men. Now, it's episode 7 of Domestic Girlfriend, and Tachibana, she says that she loves Natsuo because of all the things he said to her. She's a teacher, obviously, and he is her student. He's also her stepbrother. It's not looking good for either of them. So what she does, she grabs his hand and they walk towards the beach, which they were at the beach, and she continues walking deeper and deeper into the water. She says, bro, we might as well commit double because this is not gonna work. She looks bro dead in the eyes and said that. She wasn't actually trying to commit Sudoku. She was testing bro. Natsuo, after learning a lot of the things that she is going to do, learns exactly what he needed to do. The things these protagonists do are very corny. She's trying to make you seem like a bigger person than you are, and every time she throws a test at you, mind, this is woman logic, this is what they believe. Bro is constantly making her feelings unstable and her emotions not helping this. What he should have done in that situation, he should have remained calm, not cried obviously, and probably shouldn't have hugged her. What he should have done is walked her to the beach, sat her down, and had a heart-to-heart with her. As long as he did not say anything out of pocket too bad, bro, he probably could have bagged that. But the only thing that saved his life It's her catching him with her sister. Now this dynamic is very hard to explain. I'll explain it in another lesson, but not today, students. We're gonna go through one more example to show you how women think, how older women put men through these tests. So Natsuo, being Natsuo, he finally figured out what he needed to do. He found the secret sauce. Unfortunately, Hina, the older stepsister, decided to move out because she is almost 30 years old. Damn. But Natsuo wanting to be in a relationship with her is sad. He won't be able to go to her room anymore. Very weird flex, but okay. Before Hina moves out, she leaves him an envelope with her key to her house in there. Bro ponders about her, ponders until he grabs the key and goes to her house. He knocks on the door. She does not answer. Now, I know she's home. It's a Saturday. There's no way she's not home. So what bro decides to do is open the door and go inside. She was sleeping at this moment, and she said, I was surprised. I thought I forgot to lock the door or something. She said, and I quote, I was thinking that you didn't need it since you looked away from me yesterday. To a rational person, a logical individual, y'all would be saying that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, which to me personally, it kinda is, I'm not gonna lie. But going back to the equation, emotions plus feelings squared by irrationality. I need her to tell me out of her mouth, hey, you can come to my house anytime you want. I don't need this foolishness, bro. Maybe I'm falling off the game. I've never been in this situation, so I would not be able to tell you. Now, she said, and I quote, didn't think you needed it because you looked away from me. Now, what she wanted him to do was stare her dead in her eyes. A lot of women, they like to be looked at like you're about to, like, I don't even know. Just look at them until they look away from you. Women are so easy, bro. You can literally just look at them, they will lose their minds. That's why I had to stop looking at women sometimes, because I could just look in their eyes and tell exactly what they're thinking. Anyways, they want you to look at them, and bro looked away from her. But bro eased her pain, eased her worries by going into her home. But anyways, I think that's all I have to talk about. Just to sum it up, older women have a very weird little brother dynamic with you. No matter what the age gap is, depending on your aura, which I can talk about that in another lecture, they will treat you like a little brother. Now, women do not treat the partner that they want like a little brother. So if an older woman or any woman is treating you like a little brother, you need to get your act together, not gonna lie. But just to make sure that you're the right candidate, older women will put you through very, very intense tests. What you need to do is go into the test with confidence and try to pass it with flying colors. That's all I can say. But without further ado, class, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty much all the lesson I have today. Comment down below if you have any other anime recommendations for me to summarize in the Rizz. I tend to go for specific topics in these, so if I see very ignorant Rizz, I may talk about that too. I haven't done a video on that. And without further ado, students, I'm going to leave, and I'll say this: class dismissed.